Hello and welcome along and welcome back to Six Ashes. We are headed to the shop here because we need to pick up some solid fertilizer today. We only need to pick up one pallet of it, I think, because I realized last time, I said last time, we are fully, we're fully fertilized. We are so not. Field 17 is still doable. I think our other two fields we can't actually do anything about. But yeah, field 17, I think we can still fertilize more. And certainly the horse grass that we've just put in can be fertilized. So that's what we're going to be doing today to begin with. We have a lot to do on the farm though today. Our horses are in need of some help. Our allotments need doing as well. There we go. Just one of this. 24,000 litres in this. Sorry, 2,400 litres in this, I mean. And yeah, so that is very good. Yeah, we need to get the horse grass fertilized, and we need to get our soybeans fertilized with the hope that that we are going to actually have soybeans to harvest and be able to harvest them. I forgot. These are heavy, these pallets, and this is why we got this very, very large weight up here. And we leave it up here, because it means that pretty much anything we want to put onto a trailer, we can do. Very blue picking this stuff up. But let's get this onto here. Just, as I said, just a single pallet. There's nothing else I can think of that we need up here at the moment. We're pretty good for everything else. We could grab some, actually we'll grab a thing of carrots, because our horses do need carrots. So while we're up here, we might as well make sure that everything is good for them. So let's just grab a crate of those as well. So we've got the updated version on here of these as well, actually. So now that we can seed so many other things, and we have got seed carrots going forwards. So we'll use up the pallet of standard seeds that we've got, and then we'll be able to do. We'll be able to use seed-specific stuff going forward. I'm just trying to find the box of carrots. Here we go. Carrot pallets. That's what we want. Details. Buy that. Yes, please. Okay. So we'll grab a crate of those while we're up here as well. And that will be our horses nicely fed and keeping them happy. Massively important thing for our daily income. Not as massively important as it once was. The 5 horses are still paying for themselves, are still bringing in over 1,000 a day across them, even with the reduced exercise they're getting, because we're running it with the horse helper now. But it is enough to keep them going. Considering that there's 2 very close to each other here, I'm surprised that we don't have... they're too close to each other are at the back there. But yeah. So this should sort everything we're trying to do at the moment. So what I'm going to do is we'll lower this. Got that off. And we'll go hook up, and we'll get this back up to the main farm first, so that we can unload the solid fertilizer and go and just do a quick bit of fertilizing, probably with the other tractor. And then we can bring this back down when we go and put that stuff back up. We can bring this back down with the rest of the stuff on this trailer, and that way we'll then be able to get the horses done as well, and then finally head out to the allotments. We're much less reliant, and in fact have much less time for contracts now on here. Everything seems to now be revolving around our farm, and it's amazing how quickly that has changed. We've gone from having yeah, basically doing contracts all the time to try and grow our farm, to actually having a pretty good daily income thanks to both the horses and the allotments, along with this knowledge that we're going to have a really good amount of crop come up here as well. Now, what I think I'm going to do for the carrots is do something a little bit different. We're able to put boxes on the back of this trailer, and I think what we might do is see if we can put boxes, just a stack of boxes on the back of here. I'm trying to remember how many carrots they hold. This is the trouble down at this end. We don't have the weight here. It's at the other farm. Should really have put. Oh, I need to get this as low as possible, almost scraping on the ground. Yeah, there we go. Right, we'll put that there. We should really have connected it up to the back and done it that way. We've got that in there. That's in the way of the fertilizer, but we're not going to be doing much else with that at the moment. So let's get this back round here, connect this back up, and we can take it back down to the other farm. And then that is done. Switch over. And yeah, I was going to just go and do the fertilizing first, but we'll get this back down to the other farm. That will then be ready for us later, and we can just bring the 6810 back up here after we've finished instead. It really is just those two fields. I might try and see if we can put some fertilizer on the carrots, see if it makes any difference. I don't think it will. We tried spraying it earlier with fertilizer, or spraying it last time with fertilizer, and it didn't work. So I'm not expecting it to work this time either. My hope with doing carrots by the crate later is that we will be able to not only sell them like that, but also just keep 2 or 3 crates to ourselves and keep them nicely stored. We don't have. That's the other thing we needed. We're going to need to build a grain store somewhere. So, and I'm thinking the ones that come with Alien Jim's ones are just some of the best that are available for farm sim. Right, so we'll leave that here, and we will head up to our other tractor. There we go, into 6810. We'll hook that up to the spreader, and then we can get that filled up. Yeah, we kind of want to get as much fertilizer onto our fields before we're doing stuff, before stuff grows, because yeah, that will sort things out, and means that we don't end up doing crop destruction. We should have the soybeans fully fertilized before we get anywhere near them being at a growth stage that will destroy the crop. We're going to start though today with the horse grass up here. It shouldn't take us very long to get around this field, I don't think. Turn it on. There's quite a wide spread on this. This little Vicon is the complete opposite to that little sprayer we've got. It is totally and utterly a cracking little piece of kit. I think this does lime as well, and when we come to do field 11 after this year's harvest, one of the first things we're going to do is lime the whole thing, because it needs it, and we'll be in a position then to get a better crop off there next year. There we go. Round. Might go back into that corner a bit. Just make sure that we catch all of this. A good amount of the horse grass though, that is going to be very, very useful to us in terms of keeping our own grass stuff for ourselves, but also making sure that our horses are nicely handled. And yeah, we're making hay on here to sell at the moment because hay sells really, really well. One crop I do want to try when we've eventually got enough money is miscanthus. It's I think it produces wood chips in the same way as the poplars do. Because you do it with a forage harvester with the wood chip header. So yeah, let's get the couple of bits down the side here. Make sure we're well covered, like so. And there we go. And just one last bit. So yeah, this is our brand new field of horse grass. It should produce absolutely plenty of horse silage is what we're going for. As somebody pointed out before, horse grass isn't really a thing, but it's nice to have a different type of thing to feed the horses and to make the horses even more involved. I have enjoyed doing the horses on here massively, and yeah, it's very interesting to see them more involved on here. Let's just see. We back this onto the field. I don't think any of the other stuff will work, and that crop is way too far gone. And it looks about the same for the carrots. Let's have a look. Just sort of spread that over there. See if that has any effect. So you can see. Now that is interesting. Why has that gone like that, considering how we were spreading? No change to there. So that is almost like it's not been spreading, because that's across the pattern we've been doing. But anyway, let's go and get let's go and see if the same thing happens with the soybeans. It's a little bit weird. It may be an update thing. It looked like it was fully spread. We'll see if the same thing happens on our soybeans. And so back down to the stables and into field 17. Headland first. And away we go. And we should be. So the thing I was talking about last time with the headlands here. If we stick to the sort of the middle of this outer headland, you can see now why the width we did the headland at is actually works really, really well. Because the spread on our spreader is pretty much perfect for it. Absolutely perfect for it. What I'd like to get doing with this is maybe a contract spreading, one or two contract spreading. Looks like we've got a germination fail just here. Yeah. So some of our crops didn't come up, but in general, this is working very, very nicely. Look at that. So yeah, we are covering this well. Most of this field done. Interestingly, where we sprayed with the herbicide last time, those areas that had already come up with weeds have not killed the weeds. Wondering if there was something up with the way with seasons. Yeah, if you spray weeds at the pre-germination stage, it doesn't actually kill them. I've not seen that before, so it'll be interesting to see how this field develops. I think later on we may be able to get back in here and spray some more herbicide on those patches. But I'm keeping an eye on those bits of the field where we do have weeds now, and where they weren't killed off last time. And hopefully that is gonna. Well, we'll see what happens with them, but yeah, hopefully we won't get any more weeds, which would be a good thing to avoid. 50% fertilizer left. after doing those 2 fields. So that's not bad at all. I am slightly annoyed that my other fields are not fully fertilized. 17 is now, 10 and 11 aren't, and we'll have to wait for the horse grass to go up another level before we do that again. I am going to go and return this tractor, though, back to our other shed, and then we're going to get on with some work with the horses. So back down to the horses. Let's get that disconnected, take that off, and then what we should be able to do is get these carrots off and get them into storage. We then want to basically give the horses everything. They are shy of oats, of hay, of horse silage, of straw, absolutely everything. Water too. We need to give them water as well. I'm going to leave the water till last because we're going to go and head down to the other, down to our allotments and do them down there. So what I want to do is we've got the oats that side. So the reason why I haven't been putting the other trailer back this way is because I want to put these down here, so that we have a really good separation between the two. Then next we're going to have to go and put bale spike on and get that doing. Then we want to get manure eventually into our other trailer. So we use the bucket last as well. So let's go put this over here, like so. That's off. Get our bale spike on, and we need the weight too, because as we know, this tractor has very, very little weight to it. Not as bad as the 7810 we've been using on Bessie Beneath, to be honest. It's that has too much forward weight with just the front loader and not even a very large silage fork on it. It is, yeah, that just topples over at the drop of a hat. This doesn't do too badly. I think we might have left that trailer in the way, but never mind. Right, we're going to get this hay bale here, because this is in the way of everything at the moment. So we'll get this out and move this out of the way. I think space that we're going to put the horse silage in, it's going to be next to our manure. I need to create a platform there. Whether I lower the ground or raise it, though, is what I'm not sure of at the moment. 4,000 litres in this. Oh, we actually have a hay bale in here that's busy rotting away by the edge. We should probably pick that out of here today as well. Wow, they took 1,000 litres of that. Hungry horses. Right, down into here, like so, and around. Yeah, there's not really a good place for me to put this hay bale at the moment. That isn't in the way. I think what we'll do is, I'm not overly wanting to store hay bales in the shed, but to get it out of the way for now, we can just put this in here. We're not storing much else in this shed, to be honest. There we go, that can go in here. And we probably want to get the other one in there as well. So we can just head around. Don't know if either of our horse bales or horse silage bales are particularly low. Let's have a look. This one has, oh, this actually only has 1,200 litres in it. And these could actually be stored in here. What I can do, because this is protected, we will leave this at the far end of our horse feeding trough, and that will just keep that topped up with that for a good long while. They have horse silage. Yeah, we can create horse hay and horse silage off that other field. I don't know how much either horse hay or horse silage sells for compared to the others. Let's have a look at what the current price is. So hay, that sells for... Where are we? Clover hay. No, I want hay, please. Here we go. Hay, it doesn't tell me what it sells for, which is annoying. Alfalfa hay sells for 101. Clover hay sells for 104. Horse hay sells for 88. And horse silage for 80. So, yeah, they're not particularly good sellers. So, I'm not going to go and replace my entire grass operation with it. However, what we should be able to do is do a whole load of horse silage this year and a whole load of horse hay next year, and then all of our grass stuff is just going to hay bales, which sell quite well at the moment. Right, let's drop the back off this. Oh, so I'll drop the weight off. Before we do that, let's go get this other hay bale, get that out of the way. Then we can get the bale spike off the front of this and the weight off the back, and do the oats and with the head of the house. There we go. Right, now bring this down here and just go and plonk this in the other shed. And wow, this is down to 159 litres. So yeah, we want to come and take that in next time we're feeding the horses. That will clear them out. Right, and then this goes into our bale area just to keep it out of the way. I'm going to have to stick it right on the edge here. So that will go there. Right, and then we'll drop the weight off, grab the bucket, and give them some water and some oats. I don't know how many oats we have. Need about 300 litres. So 288. Pretty 12. Perfect. Right, and drop the weight off so that we can get the water as well. Oh, and pick up the bar connector. Down. There we go. Disconnect it. Still a bit disconcerting that there's no disconnection sound on this tractor. There we go. Perfect. And then just connect this. Not often that we do both the allotment and the horses at the same time. You can normally tell which one we're due to do next by the position of the water tanker. The trouble is, the water tanker is positioned for the allotment because we haven't gone and done the allotment for a few days. So yeah, we need to do that. And that's how I know that absolutely I need to go and do the allotment. If the horses are needing stuff, then the allotment is also needing stuff. Right, and unload water. Expecting them to take most of this. If not all of this. Quite, not quite, about 75%. And then will all those oats go in? Yes, they will. So how has that left us? Not bad at all, actually. Straw and carrots are the two things they need now. So those are the two things we will get to finish the horses off and keep them happy. There we go. And I want to fill this water tanker up as well. because we need to do that. Oh, now this is always a pain to get this to fill up this tank for some reason. It's a very, very odd. Right, and yeah, see, unless you get it absolutely in the right place. There we go. That's filling with water, which means we can disconnect it. Go and grab ourselves some oats. Not some oats, some carrots. And it doesn't matter how many carrots we put into here, and I'll show you why. So we'll fill this right up with carrots. No, actually, that might not hold. I don't know how many carrots that holds. So yeah, won't quite fill it right up. We've got plenty of carrots though from this. And this is part of the reason why I want one that will be that will remain for these. Because if you empty that box, it disappears. So I don't want to empty the box. What I want to do is take enough carrots out to know that I've got enough to fill this. Which, there we go. Got 175 litres of carrots left. So how many carrots? 457 litres of carrots they take. Wow. And then we can go back to the box, and the beauty of these is you just tip it back into the box, and it just, yeah, keeps things nice and tidy, but only if you don't empty the box. And that's the trick. If you don't empty the box, then you're fine. But now that we know we need under 500 litres to do them fully, you can see, straight back into the box. Right, so let's hook up to the water trailer again. Oh no, before we do that, let's hook up to the straw, get the straw to the horses as well, and then that will finish them off, and we can head over. Oh no. Right, I have to drop this. I forgot to drop my 3-point off. That's okay. Let's drop that down. Drop that off. There we go. Yeah, that bar is cool, but it won't allow me to do the straw with that bar attached. There we go. Attach that one. Connect it up. Over to here and tip out some straw for our horse. Why do I keep going to call them horses? To call them cows. And now I've got it the right way around. That is just madness. Absolute madness. There we go. That is the straw out. So we can drop this off. And then we just need to make a couple of trips allotment. We might have enough manure actually out at the allotments, which is why I'm taking the bucket on the front, because we have a little bit beside the allotments that will do it. Right, and link that up. So we have to have that on in order to get the water trailer on. Yeah, if you have high hitch problems, this is a really great little mod, this 3-point bar. It looks a little odd, especially if you've got things like that PTO. Obviously our PTO is not connected, but it kind of treats it as if it is. Again, not the most realistic of things, but in order to use this tractor with this trailer, because of the way that this trailer has been created, that's how we have to do it. But I don't understand any mod, as I've said many times before, that has a PTO above its hitch. I don't understand why any mod would then use the upper hitch and not the lower hitch. That is just weird to me. There's our allotment to the left. nice set of windmills? Greenhouses. Nice set of greenhouses on here. And how's our allotment doing? Not too bad, actually. It did have stuff. We're okay, though, for it as well. Got a little bit of manure over there that we can go and top up with. And then we can bring any more manure that we've got down here. I think I might create like a... Do I have any placeables here? Might be under miscellaneous. Don't know if I've got the concrete pack in here. I don't. I think it would be wise to have that in here. And see if we can put any storage in for that. Yeah. I want to put in a silo. 110. That one would probably be pretty good. We don't have 110 though. I think first year of crop on here, we are going to have to do just store it on the barn floor. Maybe empty out the far end of the barn floor in the down by the stables. We've got space if we do that, and we can just move our equipment and things elsewhere. The other way is, as I was saying, putting in Alien Jim silos from Mercury Farm. They are a cracking set of silos. So we've got, so we need about 3,000 litres of manure. So I think we can go and grab that and bring that back down here. And yeah, see how far. Well, that should then top everything up and everything be hunky-dory. Something I realised as I was driving back is that we use 25% of the water in this trailer. That is how much we were left with after the horses had their fill. So, yeah. We actually didn't need to refill this water trailer at all. But never mind. But I just thought that was interesting that we, yeah, we didn't need that fill at all. Let's bring this up here. Will that refill there? Yes, it will. Although that's not great for where that is. So as we're not got a long fill, we'll just do that there. Back it back up. Because now we need to get about 3,000 litres of manure. And we don't actually need... I think we should have more than 3,000 litres. We've got our bucket here takes 1,240. There should be plenty in our manure area there. Can connect the Ransom's grain trailer up to this. Oh no, not like that though. Oh, managed to get that disconnected. Yeah, that was a mistake. Let's get the 3-point hitch off first, and then we can see about doing that. Hooking up to that trailer. Yeah, that was that got ugly for a moment. Back this up. This Ransom's trailer is pretty good. I need to check the combine and see. We've got, I think we've got 6,000 litres of space in this this Ransom's trailer. It's quite a nice little mod there. Yeah, we've got 7,240, and this has 1,240 litres. So yeah, that's a 6,000 litre trailer. I need to check what our combine is, because if our combine isn't very big, it might end up that the trailer I was thinking of isn't worth getting, and instead just sticking with using this little Ransom's trailer to do our combining with, and saving ourselves a load of money towards a new tractor. So that's one load. That is going to be 2,200. I think we should just take all of this up there. We've got no other use for this. So I'm just going to load all of our manure into the trailer. And we'll take it all down to the allotment. And that has got all of the manure collected up. Perfect. So yeah, this is going to be far more. Our front loader has gone mad again. It's the one thing, one issue I have with this Tanko is that when I tip it absolutely over, that seems to take it farther than it's happy to go, and it all starts going a little bit weird. So how much we've got? 3,873 litres. That is going to be about 800 litres more than we need, which is excellent. We'll have a load to leave down there for later. Eventually, I think we're going to end up with a pile that is more than a full thing, and that will be good. That's when we start collecting manure down there, and it works in our favour even more. Back down here. There we go. I'm going to turn around and get this tipped. Perfect. Yeah, as I said, I think we're going to end up with about 800 litres spare. Maybe even 900 litres spare. We'll see where we are. Tip that. And while that's tipping, what I actually want to do is a little bit of landscaping. Just so I can switch this. Let's switch this. Type, I think, is C. Yeah, there we go. Change landscaping mode is X. Change the ground type. Want something fairly... Yeah, there we go. I'm just going to put an area there like that. Perfect. Just a single square. We've got 880 litres left. So just on our nice new little patch of concrete here, we can tip the rest of that. There we are. And then we can see it. So that has got that done. Let's check over our animals. Check that our horses have everything that they need in here. So horses are all looking good. Our fields, how are they looking? So we've got that there. We don't know what's causing those at the moment. We've given... That's interesting the way that is showing fertilized compared to that. So, yeah, I don't quite know what's going on there. We'll see what happens next time we fertilize this field. But, yeah, nothing else we can do with those. And our allotments are looking quite happy. 97% water fill level. Manure fill level is 98%. So those are all good as well. From the looks of things, that means that we are all done for today. So... I am going to leave this here, which means that all that remains is for me to say thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please give it a like, drop us a comment, and give it a share. And for all the latest videos from Virtual Farmer, please subscribe to the channel, ring that bell, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.